Hello, welcome to a special episode of Separated by Water. Today we're going to discuss the Sturm Graz game where our Forest supporter friends are all over there. Colin, I don't know if you're excited about this, but I am excited about it, and we'll be joined by the boys there in a minute. Any views
I'm
on the
always
game?
excited, Paul. I'm excited by everything.
Yeah. No, I've got a couple of things before we join the guys there, Colin. In these circumstances, does a manager pick his strongest team to keep a win and run going, or does he protect his squad for the Leeds game on Saturday or Sunday?
Probably the big intelligent answer to that, if you will, is it depends. To me, I think the Leeds game is more important to Nottingham Forest at the moment than this game. I think he feels that if he could get away here with a draw, there's still lots to play for in the Europa League. But if they lose to Leeds at the weekend, I think it could be a 7-point gap to safety. So I think, to me, Sean Dyche's priority will be clear to me be the Leeds game. But that doesn't mean he's not taking tonight seriously. I think he thinks he's enough player in the squad to get a result. But I think the priority will be Leeds. I do think so, yeah.
Okay, we'll cross over to the guys in Graz and we'll add Amma to the stage. Amma, how are you, my friend?
Hello, hi Colin, hi Paul.
You Reds!
How are we doing? Okay?
How are we doing out there? What's the atmosphere out there? What's it like?
Well, I was just about to say it's a little bit rowdy, so I apologise if you can't hear me clearly.
No, absolutely perfect. As long as you can hear us, we can hear you fine, and the atmosphere is great. Tell us a bit about it. Is there many supporters about? I know there's 1,400 supporters travelled out. Is there many Graz supporters there? What's the atmosphere like? Tell us about it.
It's absolutely loads. I mean, they gave us 1,400 tickets, yet there's I'd say about 4,500 to 5,000 Forest fans in Graz at the moment.
Yeah, brilliant.
Big turnout, yeah, it's a good turnout, yeah.
Brilliant.
Are you being made welcome in Graz? Are you being welcomed by the locals? Are they welcoming you?
Really, really, really nice. Like how they're coming across, welcoming us, and you're getting a few, Nottingham Forest, everywhere we go.
Brilliant. And is it, the question I always want to ask is on the pocket. Is it expensive? Is it how much is a beer, or what's it like in the pocket?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Catch that bit.
Is it expensive? How much is a beer the equivalent of?
Oh no, definitely. I mean, a beer is probably about £4.50, £5 max. So if you want to think about London away days, you're looking at about £2 to £3 cheaper. So definitely much better. Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant, Anna. Brilliant. And are the guys all there with you?
We're just to let you know, me and Charlie's having problems, so we're gonna share my phone.
Okay, no bother at all. Well, the first thing I want to ask you, and this is a bit off the cuff, what does Sean Dyche do tonight? Does Sean Dyche play his strongest team, or does Sean Dyche protect the team for the Leeds game on Sunday?
I'd love him to play his strongest team, but from what I've heard, from what I've seen from some injuries and just some pictures online, it looks like we're going to be playing a bit of a second-string team. Probably play about 5 or 6 first team with some subs, and I think maybe a kid or two might either start, or there might be at least 3 or 4 kids on the bench anyway.
Yeah. Colin?
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about it there, Amma, and I do think, as an outsider, so to speak, that your big game is Leeds at the weekend. But I do think Forest may have enough to get a result tonight. I mean, I'm sure you're over there not to lose. You know more about who might be playing in terms of their relative strengths. Do you see the Forest team having enough to get a result tonight?
Personally, looking at the Graz team, I feel like even with our second-string team, with the signings that we've made in the summer, we should be more than strong enough. I'm not saying, that with arrogance. I genuinely think that we should be beating them. Colin, just on what you're saying there, I had a good conversation earlier on with the Forest fan. I didn't know him, and he mentioned something to me, and it really stuck with me. And as you're a Spurs fan, I thought I'd mention it as well. Is that he said we need to do what Spurs did last season. You know, you were going through a struggle down the bottom in the Premier League. He said we need to get security, make sure we're comfortable, make sure we're safe, but put all our eggs in the basket. And we need to go for this Europa. We need to go for the Europa League. And to be honest, I 100% agree. If we can finish 16th, 15th, and win the Europa League, outstanding season, outstanding. I will say that right now.
No,
and I think we need
if we
to
win it, that would be an outstanding season for sure. The Leeds game at the weekend, it worries me. I think that Sean Dyche could put himself in a difficult position. That if he plays his strongest side this weekend or today, and we win, and then it comes the weekend and we've got injuries and we can't play our strongest team and we lose that game, I think it puts them in a difficult position. But I agree with you. I would like to see them going for the win tonight, and I think we'll get a win and a draw between the two games. I think we'll get a win tonight and a draw on Sunday. I would take it in a blink, an absolute blink. I'd take it. How do you feel the game's going to go yourselves tonight? I know Charlie sent me a video. I'm working off my phone, so I can't play the video. But Charlie sent me a prediction. It was going to be 3-1, 4-1, or 3-0. Is there any change in that? Looking at the teams, what do you think?
Is that the Forest? The Forest?
No,
yes.
No change for me. It's still 4-1. I was looking at 3-0, but I thought maybe Graz will score a goal, so we'll go 4-1. We'll give them a goal. But all the Graz fans are telling us here. We just met them on the street. They seem to think that Forest will be much too strong for them. But you know what happens when they say that, you know. So we'll say a little prayer and hopefully it works out well. Back to Amma.
Right, Amma. What do you think? How do you think it's going to go tonight?
I think it's going to be 3-1 to Forest. I think we'll go typical Forest. We'll go a couple of goals ahead. They're going to pull one back. Typical Forest behaviour. Going to start getting a little bit tetchy, and then we'll get about 82nd, 83rd minute, third goal, and then we can party all night in Graz tonight.
Yeah, enjoy it, and I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Can I come in there? A point you made, Amma, related to a point I'd made. I think about the Spurs' success last season. Yeah, if we call it that, was in we avoided relegation and won the cup, which now has us in the Champions League. I remember Alex Ferguson years ago said that he used to pace himself for the team. They would do enough to get well up in the league and then focus on the Champions League.
Yeah,
and do enough in that respective league and then focus back on the Premiership. You know. And I think you were very clear there on what your priorities are. You know, stay up and win the cup, win the Europa League. I applaud that. And I think Forest have enough to do that. And this will be two big games for them. You know, Spurs had Copenhagen on Tuesday, and we have United on Saturday, and those are two big games for us. And these are two big games for you as well. And if you avoid defeat in both of them, I think that is a real lift. You know, I think it's a real lift. And I think you will. I happen to think, actually, I think you'll beat Leeds.
Yeah. Even, sorry to butt in on you, Colin. Don't get me wrong. If we were sitting maybe in the top 10, my thoughts would be very different. I'd be thinking more about that Champions, getting naturally to the Champions League, kind of progressing with the league. But how bad we've started, I just feel like that as long as we get that security and, you know, we clinch these big wins coming up, I just think even with Spurs, if Spurs didn't win that game against United in the final, then that would have been an absolute disaster. Finishing with the 17th and losing in the final. You know, I think the fans would have, I know Ange left in the end, but even so, I think the fans would have gone absolutely, ballistic. But obviously, with a trophy, I think it just changes the complexion of everything. And end of the day, apart from the playoff final, I've not saw Forest win a trophy in my lifetime. So just escaping relegation by the bare minimum and we win the Europa, it'll be the best season of my life.
Yeah, I think you're right there. It's an exciting time for young Forest fans that see them travelling to Europe. You know, and I was driving up the road today, and Charlie and I are lucky enough that we've seen them win trophies in our lifetime. But it's an exciting time. And on that, is there many young fans out there? How's the fan structure? Charlie, do you want to tell me about that? Is there a lot of young fans about, or is it all older guys like yourselves?
There is, I finally found out there's another button on my phone, so I've actually got sound. You know the story. But just in the bars that we've been in, there's been a wide mix. You know, there is obviously a lot of 50 and 60-year-olds, you know, the hardcore Forest fans who were from the 70s. But I'm looking up at the bar now. Most of the people outside are late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, you know, so it's looking good for the future. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Shout loud for us tonight, lads. Shout loud for us. Is there anybody else there wants to give us some predictions?
It would be impossible to go back through the crowd because everybody. I'd love to. Do you know what?
We're an Irish pub of all pubs, and it's absolutely heaving in there, very loud.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go in, Amma. Will you stay here? Amma will stay on there, and I'll try and get predictions. But it might be very noisy inside, and I'll let Amma take over out here. Is that okay?
Give it a go, Charlie. Yeah, and we'll talk to Amma while you mind their back.
See you in a while.
Yeah.
Have you looked at the team yet, Amma?
Dave apologised for not being here, but apparently he got stuck with his tractor. Just had to point that out.
How was the journey over, Amma? What was your route to get there?
So we've had a lovely couple of days. We went from Manchester, we went to Ljubljana, Slovenia, and we had Tuesday and Wednesday in Slovenia. We've been to Lake Bled, been to Funchal Castle. Oh, wow. We got someone here. Let's have a watch.
Got some predictions. Give us your predictions, lads.
Jack.
Big 3-1.
Jack, give us your predictions, buddy.
3-1. And Joe.
3-1, I think that was, yeah.
Can you give a prediction for tonight?
5-0.
5-0 from this side.
Wow.
He drinks a lot too.
Optimism.
Hey guys, I want predictions. Prediction from Jill. Sorry to interrupt you, Amma.
3-1 Forest.
That's Jill.
Go on, Jill. 3-1 Forest. We'll take that.
2-1
2-1 Lolly hat trick.
Lolly hat trick.
3-1 Forest.
2-1 Forest.
I'll get it off there, Rick.
That's it.
Oh, 1 second. Dave is here. He used to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Score prediction.
Dave there.
1-1.
That's because he's upset because he's not on the podcast.
If you're not back,
1-1 did he say, yeah?
Are you going? I go to the bathroom.
So that's great, lads. Thank you very much for joining us. Amma, any final words? You were just telling us about your journey there. Nice couple of days. Where did you get to?
Yeah, so the journey's been absolutely brilliant. We've had a good couple of days in Slovenia. Got the train. I've got a bus and a train today to Graz. Been here all day. And then we're here till about 1:30 in the morning. And we've got a bus back to Slovenia. And tomorrow we're going to have a bit of a chill day. And then we're actually going to watch Olympic Ljubljana, the local Slovenian Premier League team. And they've got a league match tomorrow night. So me, Jack, Dave and Becky are going to watch the Slovenian Premier League match. And we're going to take our Forest tops and all that. And representing the Slovenian Premier League tomorrow. So that'll be a good laugh.
Brilliant. Amma, you've been brilliant. Thank you very much. And once again, apologies about the video last week. I still don't know why that didn't work. Enjoy your night. I'll be watching it on TV. I'm my jersey ready to go. I'm ready to turn on the TV, and we're ready to go. And looking forward to it immensely, buddy. I can't wait. I can't believe we're in Europe again, let alone. So enjoy yourself. Have a great time. And regards to the guys, and I'll see you at the Malmo game.
Cheers.
Yeah, and just
Thank you, Paul.
remember,
Thank you, Colin.
Mickey Van
Have a
der
good night.
Ven,
Take
Van
care,
der
Al.
Ven, Mickey
Talk to you
Van
later
der
on. Keep in
Ven.
touch. Enjoy yourself.
Cheers.
You
Thank you.
Reds.
Take care. Bye. You Reds.
Mickey Van der
Yeah.
Ven, Van
Thank
den
you. Bye.
Ven,
Bye.
Mickey Van den Ven. What a goal that was.
Which goal?
Okay. No, I think the boys they're certainly having a good time. They're very
Oh,
positive.
they are.
Like,
Yeah, no, it's great to tap into that and get a bit of fun about it.
It's interesting. I would like to explore more at another stage. Just for our followers and podcasters, we talk about the Irish dimension and the difficulty, not the cost in broad terms of the journeys they make. To inform our own listeners, about how they go there, because inevitably, people coming from the island of Ireland are going to have an additional. He said leaving Manchester, so they're going to have the additional, like to get to Manchester, probably. Particularly in.
Well, Charlie left by ferry on Tuesday night at 2:30 a.m.
Wow.
And was travelling over. That's commitment, Colin. That is commitment, But
it absolutely is. I admire it.
We support these teams. We support these teams, and this is what we aim for. We aim to get into these competitions and win them. So we can't complain. We've made it there, and I don't think it once they get there, they enjoy it. So yeah, we'll get Charlie to lay out how long it took him getting there, the costs, and break it down and let the viewers know.
It's important, because we're catering for people who watch their teams across a range of media. Be it they can't get any further than their TV, or they get to an occasional game where they go regularly. I think it's important for us all to have an appreciation of the inconvenience, the difficulty, the cost, and the excitement, of course, of it all, because that's the payback. And for many of us, and I've been part of it, for many of us, often the pre-match excitement with their fellow fans is as much, as the actual match itself at times. And certainly, I couldn't get to Bilbao last season. I got to London with my good mate. We were over. We had a full day there. The day of the Champions League final 2019 was basically one of the best days of my life until 18 seconds into the game. But that's all. We'll try and get an appreciation of that. And they're good guys, and I'm certainly very appreciative of them. I hope I meet them when I'm over.
You will meet them. Yeah, we'll meet them at the Spurs game. It would be remiss of me not to discuss your victory the other night. Against Copenhagen, convincing win, and I'd have to say it on the podcast. Johnson again, ole ole.
But he proved my point. I mean, you texted me at the time, and here's my point. He got a good goal. I love the goal. And then what did he do? The only thing I'm doing is sent off. They couldn't even get that foul right, and that's my frustration. I love him to bits, but I would love him to do more. I know he's capable of more. Anyway, a couple of things about that. I'm delighted and relieved with the victory. I'm delighted with the nature of it. Richarlison, well, what can I say? That run up to the penalty kick, Jesus, believe it, I had expressed frustration before the game on our last podcast, and I continue with that. Mickey Van den Ven, lovely player. I admired the goal. I have to say a couple of things specifically and then generally of concern. One is that Copenhagen would be one of the possibly the best team in Denmark and one of the best teams in the in that area, in that realm, Scandinavia and so on. But I don't think they were wonderful. And I think a problem heading down the road towards us is that the English teams are becoming so dominant.
Yeah.
They're going to knock, you know what I mean? Krabak got a draw against Chelsea. But other than that, I have a comment there from Marcus.
Yeah, do you know Marcus? Marcus Stewart?
Who's Mark? What does the WTC stand for?
What's the crack, I think? I'm not sure.
Oh, is it right? Okay, the UK teams are fierce. Yeah. And that worries me in the longer term. That if the Italians and the Germans, except for Bayern, and compete, where do we go with it? Is it a super league within itself? But that's probably for another day. I'm relieved. My emotion is relief about the other night. And again, similar to what we were talking about there with Sean Dyche and your two games. Our two games are home games, which is one against Copenhagen, which is gone, and then Saturday mornings against United, which is crucial in a whole lot of ways. It sets us up for the rest of the season. It gives an idea of what we think we're good at, how good we think we are. And I don't know, can we win treble Man United? Here's hoping. But thank you for the question. I'm relieved. Yeah. 8 points from 4, is all right. But it'll do me. We're nicely tucked in. Marcus is an Everton fan.
Marcus says he's an Everton fan, and do you think Sean Dyche is the answer? Yes. I think Sean Dyche has done something already, Marcus. He's steadied the ship. He has us now sitting that we're solid again. I listened to the press conference with Nico Williams, and Nico sounded absolutely at home, happy with the man sitting beside him. And I don't think he didn't say it directly, but he inferred that there was an inference there that Ange didn't bring that to the team. That there's a solidity with them. They feel back that they're a group again, where they didn't feel that again before with Ange. So yes, I do think Dyche is the answer. Colin, predictions for tonight. Yeah. Predictions for the weekend for Leeds game, please.
I think Forest will win tonight by the odd goal. I think they'll win 2-1.
Okay.
And I think that they will win 2-1 against Leeds.
Yeah.
I think Forest are maybe picking up a wee bit of momentum. I like Leeds. I've sort of predicted they will stay up, but I still feel Leeds, sadly, I still feel that they might make a change and have a blast in January in order to stay up. So Forest both times, you'll like me for that.
I do. I feel I've got your superstitious worries now that everybody seems to be very positive about going into this game tonight, and I don't know whether I want to go into it with that frame of mind that we're just going to walk onto this pitch tonight and win. I hope of all hopes that Forest win both games. I would take a win in this game tonight and a draw on Sunday. But I do feel that we have the capabilities and the bench, the strength in the team that we can get a victory on both games, and that's what I'm going to predict. I'm going to predict we get a victory in both games.
I have to say I'm surprised at that. I have to say I'm surprised. I would have reversed those. I would have taken a draw tonight and a win at the weekend against Leeds. But there you go. Because
we're back. Colin, we're back to what Amma said there. We're back to what Amma said, and if you look at your season last year, we need to if we win this competition and stay in the Premiership, I think it's vital that we throw everything at this. We haven't been in Europe for 23 years. We need to give it every chance we get.
I know. I accept that, but Spurs were never in the. We were never in the relegation zone.
Yeah,
Lost R. I would like to. It's like I said about Alex Ferguson. Says, like, take care of the first piece of business first, and then take care of the second piece of business second.
Yeah,
I would say avoid defeat tonight. Keep in touch in the Europa League, but get the hell out of that position in the Premiership.
Yeah,
I feel
we'll do that anyway. I feel we'll get that done anyway. So we will.
Well, the ship is sealed.
But anyway, I just relegation. I couldn't even think about relegation.
No, you don't want to
not something to think about. Yeah. So anyway, buddy, I'm going to call it a day at that. And we'll say good luck to all the viewers. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
And we will. I want to thank them. I'm online here. Do you want to say hello to my viewers? This is my grandson, who I'm sharing there. He's a Wolves fan. We'll not worry about him. We'll not worry about him.
All right. They've just approached Rob Edwards.
So anyway, I'll talk to you all soon, and we'll thank you very much for tuning in. And we will talk to you soon. Stay safe, everybody, and you, Rez. Thanks, Colin, for sorting things out today.
Here's all the best.
Cheers. Take care.
Cheers.